Hi Leo, this is your forecast for the month of September 2016. This is a general reading for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, or Leo Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, provided on the link at the upper corner. If you have visited the site before, please clear your browser's cache for the schedule button to function properly. So Leo, the first week of September you have the Strength card. And this card is closely tied to Leo, so there's an emphasis on you. So perhaps some of you are really acting in the power of your conviction this week. Maybe you're using some gentle persuasion to influence other people. Some of you are having to call on your inner strength. Maybe you're involved in some arbitration, or maybe you're trying to gain self-mastery over an aspect of yourself. Maybe you're trying to come to terms with your shadow self, or maybe you're feeling comfortable with your libido, your sexual and your instinctive appetites. But this is a week where you need to have faith in your own abilities. You need to act in courage. Try to gain self-empowerment in some way. Maybe you're having to rely on yourself, and maybe there are issues where you need to be calm in your approach to reconcile something, or use tact, or be diplomatic. But this is a week where you're going to feel as if you need to step back from a situation. You may need to take a time out so that you can gather your wits about you and reaffirm your peace of mind and try to regain your confidence. So if you're feeling any self-doubt, this is probably going to trigger you into creating some additional problems for yourself, whether that's through striking out at people or becoming frustrated. This is a week where it's very important for you to try to maintain some type of balance, because there's a strong link between how you feel and how that affects your physical health. So your physical and mental health are tied together. So this could be a week where you just need to realize that something may not be working. Now, for some of you, letting go of this is going to require more strength for you than if you were to just start all over. But your faith, whatever it is that you're dealing, your faith is going to carry you through, especially when you know that you've been putting in that hard effort. You've been giving your best, your all. Also, you're going to have an increase in your intuitive abilities, and so your hunches will prove correct. Your instincts are true. So take this week to sort of step back from things, take some time for yourself, try to involve yourself in some activity where you can find some inner peace, perhaps meditation, or taking a long walk, or exercise, anything that's going to rejuvenate you, because these are the moments when you're going to find the solutions to any problems that you're facing. Now, some of you may be acting in fear this week, and maybe you fear that you're going to be rejected, or that you're going to fail at something, or that you won't have the support that you need. In which case, for those of you who are feeling this way, you may be selling yourself short this week. Maybe you settle for something because that's just the easiest thing for you to do, even though that's not even something that you want, and it's not even really what you deserve. Also, again, frustration can be an issue this week. So be careful about projecting your frustration onto other people, blaming them, seeing only what you want to see, having tunnel vision, not listening, and refusing to let go of a situation, refusing to let go of the past, because this holding on to that and holding on to those feelings connected with that is going to cheat you out of a happy future for yourself. So this is a week where your strength of character, your fortitude is going to be tested, and you're going to be challenged, and you may respond through fear, which will serve to work against you. So this could be a week, again, where you need to work on your inner strength. Perhaps you need to be a loyal friend to someone, or you need that from someone else. You need to regain your confidence and the faith in your abilities. For some of you, maybe you're dealing with children or working on creative projects, or you're in a romantic situation. The second week you have the Ten of Cups. And so the tens, that's the end of a suit. The number 10 is the culmination of something. And so something has reached a peak. This could be a week where you feel a sense of completion with something emotionally. And again, maybe you're coming together with others and feeling a real genuine sense of friendship. Maybe you're having a happy family life, or you found some spiritual happiness. This could be a week where there is some realization of your hopes. Maybe there's a happy occasion, some celebration, but there could be a reason for you to give thanks for something. Now, if this is operating in the negative, maybe you're dealing with some troublemakers in your life, or maybe you're dealing with, issues connected to children. Maybe your teenager is rebelling, or, there's some difficulties in school, or maybe you're having to take on more than your share of the burden as a parent. But generally, this could be a week for you where you feel a strong sense of you feel strongly about your family connections, your memories, being with those that you love, your friends, this great sense of togetherness. So this could be a week where you're easy to make compromises with. Maybe you're willing to give on some concessions, especially if there's really something important at stake. And so you may decide that you're going to take the first steps to try to heal a situation where people were angry or hurt. Or maybe there's some good news that you received this month. Maybe you're, like I said, maybe you're getting together with others and you're sharing, your feelings, and you're having a good time with one another. For others of you, if you've been experiencing some difficulties, maybe you or someone else has been sick, or maybe you've found yourself behind the 8 ball in some way. Things are not working the way that you want. For you, you may feel that things are very complicated, and that complicated to such a degree that they feel almost hopeless. And so this could be a week where you feel out of harmony with other people emotionally, or you experience a sense of loss. And you may feel that the people that you are looking to give you support are just not there for you. In fact, they seem to be working against you, and against what you feel should be a mutual endeavor. So if that's the case, this could be a week where you're in for some kind of rude awakening. And this is probably due because your expectation levels of other people are too high. And maybe you have been trying to fill some type of personal void by, through a need to be needed. Or for some of you, maybe you haven't been able to gain mastery over yourself, and maybe some kind of temptation comes along the way that actually proves to be some undoing for you. Now, the third week, you have the Page of Cups. So perhaps you are dealing with a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This could be male or female. This could be someone exhibiting these traits for the Page of Cups, or maybe a situation. But this is new energy. So maybe you're dealing with a child, or you're dealing with someone who is maybe emotionally inexperienced, or perhaps you have some new feelings that you're encountering. So again, maybe this is a child that you're focused on, and maybe this is someone who's very sensitive, or maybe this is someone that is learning about some kind of emotional issues. But this should bring some emotional kind of news into your life. This is some new beginning. Now, maybe you are beginning some new relationship, or maybe you're dealing with somebody who, again, acts foolishly with regard to emotional matters, or maybe somebody who is easily influenced, or there are situations where maybe there's jealousy or selfishness or too much attraction. Maybe somebody's even being a spoiled brat. But this is a week where you're going to find that your feelings for someone are changing, for good or bad. And so maybe you're involved with somebody on a particular level of friendship, and you decide that maybe you could become more romantically involved. Or maybe you feel that you're reconnecting to someone from your past, and you're feeling deeper feelings. You're realizing why you had that connection in the first place. For some of you, you're just interested in becoming more social and meeting new people. And for others of you, you may be involved, again, in a negative situation where you're reevaluating your feelings, your emotions toward a person, and you decide that continuing with the relationship would be a mistake. Now, the fourth week, you have the Judgment card. So this is a major week for you. So some of you may be reaching some momentous decision, some turning point. There's maybe a developmental milestone, possibly in a relationship or in connection to family. There could be a change of position. Maybe there's the end of a particular way of being, the end of a situation. Now, for some of you, this could be maybe a career change. Perhaps the previous week you received some kind of offer or some kind of a proposal that someone put out there. And maybe this is the week where there's a call to action. You're acting on that. Maybe you're taking your life in a new direction. Maybe there's some new opportunities coming up for you, but you're evaluating something. This could be because you're having some type of identity crisis, and you're reevaluating yourself and how you can improve yourself, how you can regenerate some situations in your life, because you probably want a clean slate. Now, for some of you, this is a legal issue, and maybe you're dealing with judges this week, or you're having to learn some lessons connected to negative karma. Maybe you lose a lawsuit, or there's some unwelcome endings or unwanted changes. Whatever the case, this is a week where you're going to be questioning yourself. You're going to question whether you should continue on the path that you're on, or whether you should begin a new course of action. And certain issues that you thought were wrapped up and resolved, as well as some things that you have been trying to avoid, are going to pop up for you this week. So something is going to force you to make some important decision or face some facts that you have been trying to escape. But remember that in spite of how difficult this new information may be, or these new developments, this can prove to be some turning point for you and actually work out to be a blessing in disguise, because it's going to offer you an opening to make a change that you need to make. So you could end up becoming better than what you have been, and perhaps avoiding a bigger mistake if you were on the wrong course. Also, this is a good week to clear the air without inviting further misconceptions. So maybe some things get cleared up and some understandings take place, in which case you will receive some kind of vindication about a situation or some kind of exoneration. And this could be a complete turnaround, a turnabout for you, where something was, something that was a disaster turns into something successful for you. But you're going to need patience this week because things are going to take longer to resolve. And some things may, hang in limbo for you until you decide to address those things. Because again, this card is a call to action. It's a wake-up call. So, you may feel as if, you're not making any headway, that like you're on this endless track, that you're having to continually start over, relearn a lesson. But that all depends on whether you're actually getting the lesson that the universe is sending to you. If you have not been paying attention, you are going to feel as if you're on this endless track. What's really working against you in the situation, most likely though, is not bad luck. It's procrastination. You probably keep putting off some things that you need to address, some changes that you need to make. So this is a week for you to, again, take a time out and put some distance between your emotions and the facts, because you're going to need that so that you can make a good judgment in order to prevent you from making a wrong choice or a wrong move. If you don't do this, it's likely that you're going to judge other people and you're going to blame them for mistakes that really belong to you. So this is a week of owning up to self, having accountability and responsibility to self, recognizing that this week some things have come up that you've been putting off, and this is the moment for you to take action and take the lead. Now, again, perhaps over the course of the month, the beginning of the month, you were having to find the inner strength to push those boundaries, to make some changes, to look at life differently. This could have been a need for you to wake up, and maybe you were doing that. And perhaps you were trying to, for some of you, you were trying to go about things in a passive way, maybe a roundabout way. Maybe you were involved with people who were playing games or being passive aggressive. But you need to determine, what's in your situation, what's fiction and what's reality. So some of you really need to take the time to look at what it is that you want to create. And you need to believe in those dreams, and you need to act on them to make them happen. For some of you, again, there's a new relationship possibly, and maybe you're taking this relationship to the next level, or maybe you need to open up more and share your feelings with your partner. Some of you, you're getting some illumination about something. Maybe you're giving some advice, or you're getting it, or you're solving a problem, or you're initiating something. But some of you are being called on to act. This is a time for you to take a leadership role. Now, the underlying energy is the moon. And so this is a month where maybe you're dealing with maternal figures, maybe children or practical necessities. Some of you may be traveling. There may be changes to deal with. You may be dealing with your emotions and your inner feelings. For others of you, you could be dealing with liars or people that are embezzlers or trying to hustle you or pull the wool over your eyes. So you may be trying to gain some clarity on situations this month. And these are things that could have been, deep instinctual forces inside you, childhood conditioning. Some of you, your psychic awareness, your intuition is going to kick up. But this is saying, this underlying energy of the moon is saying that during this month, you are going to have to really look closely at several matters, several aspects of your life, and you're going to have to be brutally honest with yourself, and you're going to have to be above board with other people. And it's possible that you're going to feel maybe a sense of depression or suspicion or anxiety at various points throughout the month, even if you don't know exactly why you're experiencing this distress, because it's possible that someone that you're connected to, someone that you care about, something is not going well for that person, or maybe perhaps it's you. So this could be a month where physically you're susceptible to being nervous or anxiety or having stress-related illnesses. And you may be overly emotional or self-involved because you feel like you need to be needed in order to feel good, to feel recognized. And this is going to make you, if you're having codependency issues or you're overly involved in your connection with others, you may feel very vulnerable to any criticism. Now, the way for you to deal with this month is for you to do things that you enjoy. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have going on this month, try to take some time out for activities that make you feel good, because when you do, these are the moments when the solutions will come to you, when you feel relaxed, when you quiet your mind, and this is going to help you deal with not taking your frustration out on other people. Now, for those of you who are continuing to avoid what you're confronting or what you're being called to act on, you may just burrow down and close yourself off because you're in self-denial about your work, your health, and your relationships. And you continue to participate in a self-defeating cycle where life works against you, and you align your energy, your fear, and your anger to undermine yourself and work against the opportunities that present for you that may improve your life, that may change things for the better. Also, this is a month where there may be some sharing of feelings. Things may come out into the open because anything that you have been hiding, any deceptions on your part or on the part of others are likely to be revealed this month. So try to avoid becoming overwhelmed by your material preoccupations or your emotional relationships, because these are going to be counterproductive to what it is you hope to achieve. So this could be a month where you are seeking some emotional freedom. Some of you may be rising to the challenge, and you may feel that you can do anything. You may be breaking out of your routine. For others of you, this is a definite month for you to consider that there are some things that you need to let go of and you need to move on. Okay, Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would greatly appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your kind comments. For those of you who have already offered your support, please know that I am grateful. Have a spectacular September, and I look forward to speaking with you next month.